Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky. This is a message coming to you from a living Christ, addressed to a satanically enslaved people. The solution to all of the problems of one living in a satanically ruled society can be eradicated thusly. 1. Never tell another lie from this moment forward. This is seen as an impossibility to satanic fantasy dwellers. 2. Do no harm, either to another or to another's property. That is the whole of God's law, the law of nature and common law. Do no harm is actually what love is. 3. When do no harm is lived, one has no need for satanic law with its millions of statutes, regulations, policies, etc. 4. Reserve your unalienable right to life, which includes the exercise of self-defense and the defense of others who are not capable of defending themselves. Love thy neighbor as thyself. 5. Since I have already proven that satanic law has no jurisdiction over any living, breathing, flesh and blood, sentient natural man or woman of the sovereign people, via my standing down of the state of Oregon and county of Josephine court system, who does not grant jurisdiction to the courts or consent to doing business with them, it becomes clear that Satan's courts, our present unconstitutional, non-Article 3, administrative, maritime courts, have no power over any living man or woman who does no harm. 6. The satanic deck is stacked against the average blind believer in that uniformed enforcers of the system are licensed to kill if necessary, while the average man will spend the rest of his life in prison, ready to act as uniformed enforcers do. It is this intimidation, along with their conditioned belief that they are immune from prosecution, of murdering subject members of the corporation whom they perceive to be owned by the corporation, which gives such enforcers the edge over mind-controlled, obedient slaves. 7. Let every able-bodied man or woman living in America today arm themselves under the aegis of the U.S. Constitution, the supreme law of the land. After all, are not all men and women created equal under the law, God's law? Did not my spiritual brother Jesus of Nazareth advise others to arm themselves with food and protection against the tyranny of his time, when he said, "Do not suppose that I come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword." Then said he to them, "But now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his sack. And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment, and buy one." Matthew 10:34. 8. When harm is directed by armed corporate enforcers to anyone who does no harm, but will exercise his or her right to his or her own self-defense, or the defense of another, deemed incapable of defending themselves. One finds such behavior has a sobering effect upon armed bullies and tyrants when they no longer have the upper hand. When all men are armed, all men are equal. Such a state of inarguable equality has its effect upon all concerned. Bullies and thugs in uniform shall shed their false bravado, and will soon be searching for new employment when they realize Satanic law cannot protect them from their own criminal intentions, when the mind-controlled spell has been broken. Number 9. By the way, harm is harm. It may take the form of instant destruction, such as a cop shooting an unarmed innocent in a split second, or it may take years of legal destruction through dragged-out court trials and judgments. When one recognizes the essence of harm in its inception, that is sufficient to take self-defensive action. How many judges, lawyers, politicians, bureaucrats could continue to go on to work when the eyes of the sovereign people are open, and they no longer have the edge over the common man through fear, intimidation, force, and manipulation? 10. All that need take place for this to happen is for the eyes of the people to be opened and realize they are the masters over their servant government. What kind of cockamamie organization would leave the masters unarmed and their servants armed to the teeth? Can you say bass-ackward? Can anyone see what kind of world would ultimately emerge should this simple do-no-harm turnabout of affairs take place? Certainly, it is time for us to act as a sovereign people and take back control of our errant servant government and get on with our lives.